Good evening everyone, welcome to the channel. Tonight we're taking on a shorter game that I found in the back catalogue called Datura, I think is how it's pronounced. Really got no detailed knowledge of what it's about other than it's there and it's a shorter game and we're gonna play it. Yeah, I was definitely dig through that. Like I said, been digging through the back catalogue for a while and came across, well, all sorts of different games that before I hit a big series like Metal Gear Solid, we can knock over these shorter ones first. No plat for this one, but it should be a single session type game. So let's load in and get ourselves on the way. I'm there, I'm running, everything's up and running. All right, let's go. Okay, look at map, exit, look around and walk, action, pause. Okay, I think I got no X button. Why do I have a disembodied hand? I just took the leads off. Doesn't mean I'm dead. Didn't even bother to check. Right. Yeah, I got that. Thank you. Well, can't go that way. What birch tree? Ah, the white one. Ooh, hello, flower. What are you? Am I supposed to do that? 6 axis. Alright. Uh, Thank you. A trophy already. Nice. Hmm. 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 Well, hello, what are you? Okay. Something's happening. Nope. Nope, not what I wanted. I'm gonna restart. Oh, there's a trophy. I was supposed to get the trophy. But I mean, I'll take the cutscene anyway. Alright, we're gonna go exit to main menu. Yes, restart. Alright, let's try this again. Maybe I should have saved first. Anyway, we're going to go double check this. Okay, we've washed hands again. Alright, this time I'm going to save so I don't make a silly mistake next time. Alright, now. Yay. Right, that was missable. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, I don't think the map's very clearly laid out. For example. I don't know that I want to interact with that just yet. I mean, maybe I do. You got something for me? Hmm. It does seem to be rather linear. Rather. Touch the tree, touch the tree. Hmm. Well, there's a door. Another door. Hmm. I don't know if I'm supposed to get fluid from that and fill up the liquid. Maybe. Come back to that. Yeah, that was a bit weird. I got a pick and a bottle. The feeling I'm going to want to save again. Hey, I want that. Bad throw. Here we go. What am I looking for? The ducks. Oh, come on. That hit it. Ah. Am I supposed to shoot the marionette? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, well, I got the trophy. I got a trophy. I'm turning. Don't want to turn. There we go. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so I'm back at the tip. Yep, I was there. Hey, it won't hit me exactly. Come on. Let's have a look. Okay. Well, I was up there, I did that. There's a maze behind me. I guess the game's trying to tell me something. Okay, I don't want to be interacting with that door just yet. There's a couple other things I need to do first. Clearly that's a walkway. I mean, I'm smart enough to know I've got to get the water from here to fill up the statue. Hey, that was good, I think. Hello, what's that? Something I missed on the left. Wasn't paying attention for half a second. Where'd you go, piggy? Come back. Come back. Not this way, piggy. Shoot. Right, now I'm a little bit confused which way I have to go. It's over this side. Where'd he go? What's this way? Where are you, piggy? Come on, this way. Move it, move it. There we go. Good work, piggy. Should I have saved? Nope. Okay, it's reverse tilt. Well, I missed the pig. Yeah. Look at you. There's the door. My running speed is not that great. Okay. wonder how fast it's supposed to be. Three. Missable trophy grabbed. Careful, Mr. Invisible Hand. Hey, this is getting annoying. Uh, I'm tilting. Getting annoying. Right. Completely unlike how most people would use their crowbar, but hey, whatever. Okay. Oh yeah, woof, 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 woof. Who or what are you? Okay, so I did do the maze. Fair enough. I don't know what the numbers are for. Oh, you're kidding me. Hooray. Let's save, because there's an option to muck this up. Haha. Whoop. Okay, I need to go a bit further forward again. Hooray. Huzzah. Okay, this is weird. Hello, hand. Where? What? Why? Okay, weird. Alright, let's have a look at the map. One, two, three, 4, 5. I take it they're good and bad choices. Dear. Anyway. It says run. I'm not running. Being awfully... Ooh, there's a tree. Have a look at the map. Well, it would appear I've been everywhere and done everything so far. You'd think. Bleh. Charming. Ta-da! Good job, me. That was dangerous. I think. Hey, give that back, you little turd. Whoops. I don't know that that was necessarily right. Yeah, tell me I did the wrong thing, isn't it? It is. Hmm. Ow. Okay, so I got hands clean, I got greed, I got rogue throw, I did marksmanship, I got gramophone, I got improvisation. The last one. Hold on, kid. Three. Complete map. Nice work, team. Uh-oh. How are you, kiddo? Right, let's run. Come on, kiddo, get up, Bob. Did we make it? guessing I made it. What was the pertinence of the ambulance at the start? Whoop. Ow. What was that? Is it getting bigger? It is getting bigger, slowly. Okay. This game has been weird. That was it. Right. That was Weird. Yeah. That was a weird game. I think we're done. I honestly, don't know what to think of that. I mean, we'll let the credits play out. Yeah, I mean, the controls were weird. The 6-axis, because I'm using a third-party controller, the 6-axis controls were all backwards, which made the driving weird. But got through it. Just odd. Story was weird. Having a quick look to see, I mean, while we're waiting for the credits to finish, waiting to see if there's anyone who's suggested it. If there's anyone who can, give me a rundown of what's going on, but it doesn't appear to be. Trying to work out whether they were meant to be dead, dying, whether they'd done those actions in life. Don't know. It doesn't seem that anyone kind of gets an idea what the story's supposed to be. A lot of people don't like the way it was controlled. Yeah, I agree with that. That was an interesting attempt. Was that other game we played, Gone Home? Was that it? The one that was on the cassettes. You find out what it was called. Stories Untold. It reminded me of Stories Untold quite a lot. But even then, at least Stories Untold, you're able to tell the story in the end. Well. Okay, so I'm having a look. Still trying to find out if someone's got a description of it. I mean, people see it as an art game as such, not a game of art. An arty attempt at telling a story, but I honestly don't know what the story's supposed to be. Or who the other characters were. I mean, it also feels like it's got bits out of Erica as well. I mean, with the plant causing hallucinations and everything else, it's like, I guess it was early on in this sort of genre before people sort of settled into it. I mean, even then, some of the later games don't really work much either. Just having a quick look. Well, it's a sort of game that, well, I probably wouldn't have played to begin with. But I don't know if there were supposed to be karmic decisions because of it. Don't know. Honestly, don't know. I mean, some of the forums don't seem to have much discussion on it. Let's have a look. See with a couple of PlayStation trophies. Okay, interpretation of the story. Here we go. We've got some people talking about it. Alright, have a quick look. So, like, the choices throughout the game were supposed to make a difference in the end, but some people are saying the only one that made a difference was the trophy versus the girl early on, and, well, I missed the girl, so I had to go back. So I got the girl the first time, and I had to go back and get the trophy, and then kept running. Yeah, I mean, some people are suggesting that it's like perhaps playing a character that's in limbo or in some sort of purgatory because of actions they've done, or they're revisiting their actions in their past, but again, not all of them seem to line up. And it, well, never explained some of the characters and stuff, but oh yeah. So some people's other thoughts about what the game was supposed to be. Journey of life. People suggest they're all flashbacks. Well, they kind of were, I guess. Oh, there was an interview, apparently. They describe it's meant to, reading this interview with the creators, so even the creators left the intent of that opening scene in the ambulance open. It's like, are you dead? Are you dying? Are you dreaming? Nope. I want to keep it open. and leave as many questions open as possible. Right. And there are elements of Twin Peaks through it, which is fair enough. So the choices you make are meant to influence the environment. So some people were saying that changes the ratio of light to dark trees or white feathers and dark black feathers at various locations in the game. And the tone of the forest towards the end apparently would change immensely based on how you played the game. Now, obviously I played with all but 2 decisions were good, according to the white-black rating. So the forest was going to be largely good. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be people seeing it as some sort of purgatory, and that the characters trying to find their way out, either up or down, based on how they revisit or how they review the decisions as from their own life, I guess. Because the other part of it too is it does open with a quote from Dante, which, well, yep, controller turned off, kind of suggests. I mean, we'll drop in the chat, close it out. I mean, I think we did finish the game. It opens with a quote from Dante, which kind of suggests that it's put some tunes on. Kind of suggests that it is tied to purgatory in some regards, that sort of thing. Don't know. I mean, it seems awfully odd to throw a random quote in like that. Chekhov's quote, maybe. But, I mean, when was it set? Because there's bits which clearly, I mean, the trenches is World War One, but a lot of the other stuff seemed more recent. I mean, that indoor pool was not from the early 1900s. And you're a kid there. Or maybe it was an attempt to show the character, get the character to display his moral compass, and therefore which way out of purgatory he would head. Or she. That seemed to be a he. Well, it was my avatar that showed up at the end. I mean, you end up back in the hospital again, but are you alive in the hospital? Still doesn't represent. I mean, you see the characters. I don't know. Well, it did give me the 100%, so I shall delete that. And say that was an interesting, shorter game. Interesting. It's done, though. Alright, well, let me just double check the no downloads running. No downloads running. We've got a few more other games lined up that are going to be interesting. I did. So I'll finish talking about the game first, and then we'll talk about the other stuff coming up. Turn off. Turned off. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the argument that seems to make the most sense from what I've seen so far is that you're Amatrois, you're alive still, or maybe you're dying, but the forest represents either a purgatory or some part of self, and you're stepping through moral dilemmas that either have or haven't exactly happened, but very similar until you reset the moral compass. So what that's got to do with coming out of a coma, who knows? But at the same time, that interview with the developers, they left it really open and didn't really seem to say what was going on. Although people apparently say that the influence that the flower has, or the drug coming out of the flower, can lead to mental events like that, potentially. And there's plenty of them throughout the game. I mean, the symbolism. What's the birch for? Weird. Very weird. But game is done. Very interesting. Alright, so before we go, so what's next? The reason I found this game, and we didn't go into Metal Gear Solid, was I was looking at, again, working through the list of games that I had and trying to sort them out and work out what I had and hadn't played, and have a look at, well, particularly I'll look at consoles, the games that I'd had and hadn't touched yet. The download list in the PlayStation 3 is not well organised. It's organised by date, but that's it. And in the last couple of years that they they released PlayStation Plus titles on the PlayStation 3, I don't know what happened. I haven't had a break in my PlayStation Plus subscription, but some point in October 2020 or 2021, well, 2020 first, and then 2021 again, they basically moved every single PlayStation Plus title that I had an entitlement to being available on that date. So they weren't spread through the download list based on when I'd added them to my catalogue. They were all clustered as if I'd got them all on the same day, which makes it a bit hard to work out which of the older titles when I got them, in order to catalogue my games appropriately. The other difficult thing too is the PlayStation 3 download list. You can have 3 entries from the one game, and some of the PlayStation Plus titles are like that. You have what is effectively the demo, which is the full game, but locked. And then you have an unlock, which is generally a very small file that unlocks the full game. And then there's a third file, which in the download list it doesn't identify as unique, but it's the PS Vita version, because I don't know if they've still kept it. You used to be able to download your PlayStation Vita titles to the PS3 and then use a USB cable to connect your Vita to the PS3 and transfer the games that way. So it's not until you download the 3 files, well, one you can tell is an unlock, not until you download the 2 bigger files that you're 100% sure which one's the Vita version and which one's the PlayStation 3 version. It also didn't help that there were some months where they didn't release PlayStation 3 titles to PlayStation Plus, but PS Vita was still getting releases, and some of those releases are PS4 and PS Vita titles. So the monster list that appears on my download list isn't all games. Well, they're games, but sometimes there's in 10 lists, so in 10 items on the list, there's only 3 games because of that triple entry thing. Or maybe there's only 3 games that can be played because 2 or 3 of the listings are PS Vita only, because that's where the download list appears. And there's no way to expand it without downloading it and seeing what it is. The other part too is the amount of DLC that is listed separately for download. It's not a case of like on the PS4 and PS5, you get the main game title and then you can download, or it indicates that you have DLC for it, but it doesn't appear separately on the download list. PlayStation 3, oh no, it's a separate item if it was available separately on the store. So the monster list of titles, I was like, I didn't buy that many games. And so tonight, I finally worked out where the PS Plus titles stop in the list. And I looked at it, it's like, oh, so about a third count as PlayStation Plus. It's not too bad. And I was like, well, I haven't been subscribed for that long. And then I was having a closer look and realised that we've got that triple entry problem. And there's also DLC that, for whatever reason, appear as separate entries under the PlayStation Plus headings. And the same goes for games I bought, because I had a habit of only buying or waiting to buy complete versions or Games of the Year versions with all the DLC, that sort of thing. And so the download list has been massively inflated. So for example, my Minecraft, I'll have a look now. Not on the console, but actually in the list I can see. I mean, actually, Malicious Fallen. Okay, it's PlayStation 4 title. Okay, the game itself, 1 entry, but there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 9, 10. About 30 different pieces of DLC that could potentially be linked to the game. Now, most of them are avatars, soundtracks, and no themes, so they're not really going to appear as linked to the game. Minecraft would be a bit better. Actually, no. Mass Effect 2 came with 7 DLC. Now, it could have been, I mean, I bought the game in a bundle, but it's going to have 8 entries in my download list. The one title. And obviously that's been installed. Mass Effect 3 as well has 4 DLC. So it's going to appear in the list 5 times. So between 2 games there, and I'm looking at the series I'm playing on a Monday night, it's going to have 1, 2, for 3 games, 14 entries in my list. Now, Drive Club, fortunately, is a PlayStation 4 title, but the amount of DLC that was separately listed for that is ridiculous. Some of the One Piece Pirate Warrior games have got a ridiculous amount of lists, and especially all the One Piece games, Burning Blood, Pirate Warriors, etc., because they also existed for the Vita. And so some of the DLC was available on that as well, which also gains a spot in my list. But I was looking for Minecraft. Minecraft starts with an M. Okay, Minecraft, look at the PlayStation 3 DLC list. There's like 8 separate DLC for Minecraft. So again, that'll appear 9 times in the download list. Yeah, so I was kind of, well, curious as to how much DLC, avatars, themes, add-ons were in the list, because it's just ginormous. Kind of reassuring to see that it's like that. Some of the other games, like J-Star's Victory, tended to have a lot of DLC. Senran Kagura had a lot of DLC. Project Cars. Well, that was generally a PlayStation 4 title. The Virtua Fighter, Dead or Alive, definitely had a monster list of DLC. Just Cause 3 was a PlayStation 4 title. Just trying to think, there was something else that had a massive amount of DLC that was a PlayStation 3 listing. Yeah, no, the One Piece games definitely had quite a long list. Just look, there's a little One Piece. Need for Speed. Some of the Need for Speed games listed their DLC separate. So Need for Speed Rivals had a reasonable amount of DLC popped up as well. And then obviously there are some games that had crossovers, which then added to their list again. One of the funny ones that shows up, Dirt Rally 2 on the PlayStation 4 has, I can't even be bothered counting, a lot of DLC that showed up as separate items, and you could get them realistically with one purchase. And so you have now got 30 or 40 entries in your download list, but at least on the PlayStation 4 they didn't show up, like I said, separate. Tales of Zestiria. Zestiria has quite a few DLC. Plus there were games like Siren Blood Curse, released outside of Japan in serialized format. So there's 12 entries, but it's the one game. It was sort of released as a serialized type thing. I don't know why. I mean, they all ended up as a PS Plus download anyway. Split Second had a few DLC, not a huge amount though. That was kind of manageable. I think Tokyo Jungle, when I get to play that has a reasonable amount of DLC as well. Zombie Driver had quite a bit, and that was also a PlayStation Plus title. Gran Turismo 5 and 6 had a reasonable amount of DLC, and they were PlayStation 3 titles. The Crisis games, there weren't that much in terms of DLC. Dead Space. Oh yeah, Dead Space had a big list of DLC. Again, bought the bundled, and all the DLC came along with it. But it takes up a big chunk of my download list. The one game. Some of the Dragon Age games as well had DLC. Not necessarily massive amounts. They're PS4 titles. Yeah, so it was one of those things that I look at the list and I'm like, I didn't buy all those games. I mean, each one of those entries is not a game. I know I didn't buy that many titles. And, well, truth is, no, I didn't. It was all tied to DLCs and games that had unlocks and PS Vita versions and everything else. So, yeah, okay. Alright, enough on that. What do we got next? Planning on tomorrow night being our multiplayer stream from our multiplayer server, which at the moment is our Minecraft SMP. Now we're splitting that session between the server and the hardcore superflat we're running. Haven't actually touched it for a couple of weeks, so looking forward to getting back to it. Got a fair bit of building to do on the main server, and obviously continue working on the superflat. Plan is to actually beat the game on the superflat. We know where the end stronghold is. We can, with a bit of time, create a nether portal to go and get blaze powder. I don't know how many eyes I'm going to need up at the end stronghold, but I know where the stronghold is. So we will have a progress for that. I'm leveling up my traders so I can get enchanted diamond gear plus necessary enchanted books. So we're working slowly towards that. It's hardcore, so I'm taking it carefully. And we'll be looking at, making a decision after that, whether we keep the world as it is to work on as just building out over time. Sunday, we've got our giveaway. If you would like in on that, get the Discord. There's a channel in there called Giveaways. Head in there, you'll see a blue button. Click the blue button and you're automatically in the draw. This week, the giveaway is for a copy of Artisan TD. So good luck to everybody with that. And those giveaways draw before Sunday stream every week. Sunday's stream is going to be Axiom Verge 2. Now we're a quarter of the way through the first run of the game and missed last week's stream, but we should be back running this week. And then Monday night is Mass Effect 2. We've finished all of the loyalty missions and hit level 30, picked up the other ancillary trophies that we had to clear before, well, along the way. And if we push through now to the completion and don't lose anyone on the suicide mission, then we should be able to get the plat off one playthrough. Wednesday night is completing Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. We have the Juana faction missions to go. We cleared the other 3 factions this week, and then it'll be into the final mission of the game. Hoping the Dragonbane trophy pops at the very end as well. If it doesn't, we're going to have to load back in an easy level, maybe solo run, and sprint to get to the 2 dragon missions, and hopefully that then clears the string. Maybe it was just a corrupted save, I don't know. But we'll give it a crack and hopefully beat whatever bug that was. And then next Friday we'll be back here with another shorter game. I'm going to say, this was weird. Glad I can tick it off. Experienced it. Wouldn't have bought it, I will say that. But I mean, it's like Erica. I wouldn't have bought Erica. Played it, but it's not the sort of game I'd normally go out of my way to go and get. In fact, it was given to me on PlayStation Plus. Yeah, okay, I'll give it a crack, but otherwise, I know some people liked it. Glad I did it and finished it. Alright, for those who are wondering or new to the stream, or new to the various endpoints, streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 9 PM to roughly midnight Australian Eastern Standard Time, Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time in the summer. I put out messages on my Twitter and Insta before each stream indicating what the stream is that day and what time it's kicking off, and if there's any variation to the schedule for any reason, such as I'm out and about, I'm sick, or there's something else that's cropped up, then that'll get pushed through there. Otherwise, it's a big thank you again to everyone coming out tonight, the regulars, the first timers, the chatters, the lurkers, and everybody in between. And it's a very good night from me to all of you. And we'll see you all again next stream.